Oh yeah, hello. so yeah, so I'm just gonna do like a briefing tip what is the a briefing a brief interpretation of the movie. So Filime Owitle, it's a dream, and I'm inspired by the random dreams that I have most of the time. Like dreams are very strange, dreams are very sacred. Um, Dreams are, like fun and sometimes scary. So I wanted the film to have like like a dreamy look and feel. Sort of like, sort of like like first thing when you wake up in the morning, you remember a scene from your dream, and you don't necessarily remember the dialogue, you don't necessarily remember what you were wearing, but you know how you were feeling, and the action, what was symbolic and the action or in the dream. So yeah, so like I've got like 10, yeah, is it 10? 10 dream sequences in the movie, and it's up to you on how you are going to interpret them. But the main message that I wanted to get across in this movie is you need to find love instead of revolution, much like the main character who I play. Yeah, he finds love instead of and starts a revolution. So I think it's a very beautiful message, and yeah. Young people more especially inspire me. Young South Africans and young people across the world inspire me so much, and finding love and studying something big. It's one message that all young people can relate to, I think. And yeah, the other subjects that I talk about or that I'm addressing in the movie is, like mental health, specifically focusing on depression and um, more especially um, the causes of depression, being in a space that causes depression. For example, um, in South Africa, you know, the townships and and other settings that we all live in, contribute so much to one's psyche, you know, and I wanted to address the predicaments of living in a township and how I interpret my experience of living and of being raised in a township. Obviously, I don't want to be all pessimistic. I'm just addressing the realities, critically. you know, and yeah. So the main character finds himself um, depressed because of the setting that he finds himself in. Like a township where there isn't much happening. There's yeah, the people work, yeah, people live in harmony. Not everything is violent physically. You're not gonna get robbed every day, obviously. You're not gonna be strangled to death or some sort of horrible story. Like it's all about design. Design. I mean, um, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to find a simple way to describe it. Design. I mean, um, infrastructure. You know, infrastructure that we have in the township. Um, the lack of art facilities in the township, the lack of, um, you know, the lack of in yeah in how should I put it again? The lack of spaces, man. That that are crucial to one's um personal well being. For example, um, having like several libraries around the Kasi, having several art galleries around the Kasi, having several um, cinemas around the Kasi, you know, having several, like, you name them, like museums, galleries, you know, and also addressing um, the need to embrace, the Kasi and the homelands, because there seems to be a disconnect between, like the Kasi and the homeland, especially, for example, I find it hard to, go back and trace my roots because I grew up in the township. I was born in the township, so it's really hard for me to disconnect myself into this space and go and reconnect with my culture.